Before I get into this, I want to say this right now. I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm not looking for money. I have an entire family full of lawyers and judges. So let's get that right out of the way. So H3H3 is being sued in a fair use copyright claim lawsuit. For those of you who are just the viewers on YouTube, even I have to deal with, and a lot of my content is dictated by avoiding copyright, avoiding infringement claims against me. Now, what you don't see is that I battle this all the time, especially being a news channel. If I plug in my channel into any sort of analysis website, any sort of analytical type of data website, my channel comes up as news. It doesn't come up as entertainment or comedy or vlogging or anything like that. It comes up as news. I am constantly under legal threat from people. Now here's the amazing thing. When I call CNN, when I call Fox News, when I call MSNBC, when I call Bloomberg, when I do pieces about them, when I get extra information about the stories, when I do AP, when I do routers stories, no problem. Fox flags something, I call them, flag is gone. You know who's the absolute worst? TMZ. Now, is TMZ news or is TMZ entertainment? Ergo, they have full copyright over all of their content that they have, and it's not an actual news story that other news agencies can report on. According to them, it's their personal content. Here's what's really crazy. I will even go so far as to contact the original person who has the original story, get the pictures, get the video, do my own story, me and the person. TMZ comes along later, claims the story, and then tries to copyright strike me or claim my stuff. And it has no TMZ flags or tags on it whatsoever. This is how horrible that place is. Those people are. Fox News has all sorts of disclaimers. This is the property of Fox News, blah, 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 blah. I can do a story that Fox News has covered, no problem. I can do a story that CNN has covered, no problem. And as a side note, CNN has tried to contact me several times to do stories, to fly me out to New York to do stories with, what is her name? Soledad O'Brien? No, sorry. I don't think you want me. I don't think you want the Shakaama Live show on CNN. I don't even think Fox wants the Shakaama Live show on CNN. So I do wish H3H3 all of the success. My channel right now is under copyright strike from people who claimed and vehemently claimed and manually claimed that a variation music piece that I wrote with my own two hands on my computer was theirs. And YouTube, of course, sided with them because YouTube, of course, is YouTube. You know, they don't want to be involved in that, so they just bow to any sort. And what's really crazy about the entire situation is that it isn't even the copyright of the actual performers or the actual composer or anything like that. It's people who had a mechanical claim for a music group over in Europe. So it's just so, their claim is so nebulous as to begin with. I don't even get it. So I literally have to get my, I've been trying to explain it to my lawyer relative who would be handling the case. And she in particular doesn't know music or music theory or anything about music. She's not an entertainment lawyer. She's a criminal lawyer. So I have to explain everything to her. I don't think she gets it. But anyway, like I said at the beginning, I don't need money. I don't need lawyers. I already have lawyers. But this is what I have to deal with. People keep asking, why isn't your channel so big? Why isn't your channel so big? Probably because I am constantly censored. I'm censored by YouTube all the time. Let's not even talk about fair use. Let's talk about actual speaking. Let's talk about reporting. The news on YouTube is virtually dead unless you're some giant corporation who doesn't need any sort of advertising dollars, because otherwise you will be completely censored. And I am constantly censored. You notice that I speak very generally in my videos. Oh, over there in Europe, over there in the eastern part of the world. I'm not going to get it specific. Something bad happened. Something kind of bad, something concerning, something interesting happened. If you'll go look at the titles of my videos, you'll notice that a lot of them are super general, very sort of vague. And this is because YouTube censorship. As a news channel, I have it very hard. Oh, I could be a leafy. I could be a scarce. I could be, who's the horrible English guy, a British guy with a horrible British accent? Pyrocynical. Or even worse, I could be, who's the fat racist guy? Not Philip DeFranco. Keemstar, right? I could be that, but I'm a legitimate news organization. People used to tune in to actually get their news from me. How crazy is that? That's when I did 10 videos a day. And I would get all of the court cases and all of the police cases, the police arrests and the police stories that were just so outrageous. But now I'm taking it easy. I'm being very general. I'm doing very sort of like popular stuff. People like my voice. Thank you for that. And yes, before I even thought about YouTube, I was going to be a voice actor. I just never got, I mentioned in one of my videos that I went to auditions and stuff like that, and people said, no, you're black, we're not going to hire me. And then I got people telling me, I don't know what I am talking about. It wasn't because you were black. Oh, no. It was because I'm black. I've literally had directors and producers say, you are the best candidate. You have the chops. You have the skills, but we can't put you in the spot because you're black. You need to try something else. And I've had just out and out complete racist bigots just completely be like, I couldn't put you, I thought you were the janitor. And please don't try and white splain when I encounter racism. Do I sound like I run around crying about racism? If I do, you're confused, because I live a privileged life. I live more privileged than probably most of the 90% of the white people in America. And I have no qualms about hanging out with white people, nor black people, nor Chicanos, or Latinos, or any other. I've lived all over the world. I have no problems living with humans, or hanging out with humans, interacting with humans. I have zero, and I don't care. I don't care. This whole white black thing, I don't care about that. So please don't come at me and tell me I don't know what I'm talking about when I encounter racism, because you have to You have to bring the Louisville Slugger for me to notice your racism. When it's directed at me, you have to bring your Louisville. So you have to unload both barrels of the shotgun, because most of it completely goes over my head or bounces off of me because it doesn't apply to me, because I live a privileged life. At least that's my attitude. YouTube censors. And YouTube, they said that there's a fix for fair use on YouTube, that instead of these, you know who really goes after me? All of these shyster companies that literally try to get your YouTube videos to be monetized to go to them. Those are the people that I have the most flack with. And those are the people I have to actually threaten personally with legal action personally to get them to back the hell off, claiming stuff that is not even theirs, and using the YouTube system against all of its content creators. They know full well that they are fraudulent, but because of the way the YouTube system is, they can get away with it all day, every day. And it's done by a computer. It's not even done by people. They just go around flagging videos left and right. Type in the criteria. Does the channel have 1 million subscribers? Does the video do this and that and the other? Flag it. And they can have a computer do it probably 10,000 times a second. How much content is uploaded to YouTube every minute? Now take that with these fraud companies. They do it day in and day out. I literally have to threaten them, say, look, I need you to look up this judge's name. I need you to look up this lawyer's name. This is who's going to come after you if you don't get the hell away from me. Look at that name. Oh, you see it? Yes. That's my family. And I won't incur any legal fees whatsoever. I will just relish suing you, having you to sit and pay legal fees because I know you have to. And I'll just run up a tab on you because you know what? This particular video means absolutely nothing to me. But I can make you suffer because you're a fraudulent piece of crap. And I can run up your legal, even if I lose, I win. Even if I lose, because I will run up your tab and I will make sure that you don't get a judgment against me at the very least. And I will run up your legal fees. I will run up your fees so much that you will have to claim bankruptcy. It is these tiny shysters and TMZ that I have to fend off. I still wasn't able to do the Solange elevator video because I didn't get there quick enough. TMZ claimed it, and then TMZ claimed that my video was theirs, was infringing their copyright on a news story, on a national broadcast news story. TMZ claiming they have the exclusive rights to it. They're the worst organization, the absolute worst. And I dare you to come try and sue me for libel because I can back up everything that I have. I have all of the documentation, everything you've said to me. I have everything. And just like the other shyster, fraudulent companies, I can run your tab up until you are bankrupt. Because I know you have employees that you have to pay. If you can't make payroll, those employees will go away. You're the worst. You're just as bad as MTV. And they're a very close second to MTV is a very close second to TMZ. Just horrible companies, horrible, absolutely terrible. Anyway, I hope H3H3 is successful in his lawsuit, and I hope he wins, and I hope fair use finally gets exactly what in this day and age. The idea of copyright has been completely bastardized from the original intent, which was to give credit to the original person who actually created something. When you're now doing news stories on stuff, how are you claiming copyright? They're doing a news story on what you have done. They're not claiming to do the tap dancing. They're claiming the story talking about your tap dancing. You're so confused with the whole idea of what copyright actually means and what intellectual property actually means. And it's mostly these shyster people like TMZ, MTV, who are the ones who are getting all of this muddied up. They're so greedy. They have their fists just balled up trying to hold on to something that's not even theirs. That's not even theirs. Do you hear me? So they go and get the story from somebody else and then claim that they have exclusive rights to the story, when there's 5,000 people standing around actually watching the story unfold. It's not something that TMZ created. It's something that they got. So now you can't do news in 2016, 2015, 2014. Much success to H3H3. Thank you.